up, Rockets? I'm Autumn Johnson.
And I'm Matthew Sandoval.
And this is J-Rocket TV. Our top story, a plane crash landed on a field near Nacogdoches Road just outside Loop 1604.
The T-6A Texan Mark II crashed about 5 miles from Randolph, but within half a mile of Rolling Oaks Mall.
The two pilots managed to eject out of the training aircraft before the crash, only sustaining minor scratches. They landed on some mesquite trees when the property owners came upon the scene.
The pilots were later taken to JBSA Randolph Medical Clinic for treatment. As for the T-6A, it was split up between 2 to 3 pieces on impact and was radiating heat but did not explode.
The investigation into why the plane crashed was released, and the main cause was varying levels of oxygen concentrations in the cockpit, and they announced plans to make improvements.
In tech news, a few years ago, Microsoft opened up cross-platforming. This allowed Xbox users to communicate with those who played on PC, allowing them to play games together.
Over time, this was opened up to consoles such as the Nintendo Switch and mobile platforms. Recently, Sony stated that they've started opening up the possibility of cross-platforming with their PlayStation, starting with an open beta using Fortnite as their first and currently only title capable of cross-platforming.
If the beta proves successful, Sony will open up cross-platforming to other games.
Recently, Judson had a blood drive. For more on this, we have J-Rocket TV's Gerald Harris.
Recently, Judson High School had a blood drive. The blood drive's purpose is to get potentially life-saving blood from donors that can be used in things such as blood transfusions, research, or during surgeries.
Anytime you're doing a blood drive, it's to save lives. That is the actual purpose. And if anything, it going beyond that, saving lives, but also creating leadership within the student body.
Students also assist with the blood drive, with the JROTC and medical interns running most of the show.
We all have different workloads depending on what periods we're available for. It's either we sign them in or we send the message to make sure that they're going to be here, or we just start recruiting people because people can still sign in to donate blood today, even though it's past registration date.
The blood drive was a success for Judson, and if you think you may want to donate blood, Judson holds blood drives multiple times every year, so be sure to sign up for the next one. For J-Rocket TV, I'm Gerald Harris.
And now for a video game review, here's D'Anthony Pickett.
Hello Rockets, and welcome to the very first episode of D-Views. I am your host, D'Anthony Pickett, and right now I want to review a game that was released in 2017. You guys know Cuphead, right? You know, the one game where if you failed so many times you'd be like the gaming terrorizer or Merc Music, where you would rage so hard and break something. Well, not technically Merc Music, because he doesn't rage when he doesn't break stuff if he rages too hard. That is what I like to review. So, where do I start? Cuphead was made by Studio NDHR, or the Moldenauer family. It was actually announced at a convention back in 2014, but due to some glitches and bugs, the game got delayed to later 2015 and didn't see release until September of 2017. Now on to the game at hand. Cuphead is a mix of a side-scroller, shooter, and platformer. It is also 2-player, so you don't have to play alone. It's really optional. It's really optional. You just play. Either play alone or anything. Anyway, the game is basically about 2 brothers from Inkwell Isles, Cuphead and Mugman. Repaying a debt to the devil, and it's your job to get the contracts from other persons, creatures, and foods. Yes, live food, almost in the 1930s, so that each debt is paid off. So basically you're just fighting off, just fighting all of these people, entities, whatever. But however though, it is not simple at all. All you have to do is just defeat bosses in normal mode, go through all the run and gun levels, and get coins so you can get upgrades to new weapons and perks. And oh boy, I have to do so many things of the same old thing just so many times and fail so much as Cuphead. It is so hard to beat. It literally took me more than 1,000 tries just to beat the whole entire game. Seriously, that's no joke. Go play it for yourself. Seriously, go play it. The game is really hard to beat, seriously. But on other things, the visuals look so amazing. Like you are actually playing in the 1930s cartoon game world where you can rage. It's kind of like Bendy and the Ink Machine, don't you think? Anyway, so overall, I gave the game a 4.1 out of a 5-star rating. Oh, and watch out for new DLC for the game that will release later next year in 2019. Oh, and you can also download Cuphead for $20, and it's available on the PC and Xbox One. Well, that does it for this episode of D-Views. If you want to, if you want to check out for more reviews on games, music, albums, movies, and more, just go on to youtube.com/JRocketTV for more. Back to you guys.
And now for some commentary, here's The T with Del Anthony Campbell.
And now it's time for The T with Del Anthony.
Oh, my name is Del Anthony Campbell and welcome back to The T. On today's spiel, we're talking about 3 chicken places: KFC, Church's Chicken, and Popeyes. These are obviously classics and everyone has been to one of these places at least once. KFC is known to be finger-licking good, or is it? Kentucky Fried Chicken was the second oldest chicken place out of the 3 and was known for their fried chicken. Now if you had to ask me what I thought about them, I'd keep my options going. Over the years, their chicken has gotten greasier and there hasn't been a crunchy first bite in a minute. Then, the sides like the mashed potatoes, the macaroni, and green beans seem as if they're poorly cooked. I am no longer satisfied with this restaurant anymore. Church's Chicken is the oldest out of the 3, being established in 1952. Oh how I love saying love that chicken. Now I can only say like that chicken. Church's was the go-to place for my childhood right after KFC had went downhill, but now Church's is going through some of the same problems as KFC, like 1, greasy chicken. The up part about it though is it's packed with flavors and it's a crunchy first bite, but not enough meat on the bone. But their chicken strips are great. What I will say though is the sides are absolutely good, but they only give you a small portion of their sides, and I feel like their food is snack size compared to others. Lastly, Popeyes. This is the youngest out of the 3, being made in 1972, and honestly tastes the best out of the 3. From their regular chicken to their spicy chicken, Popeyes has never let me down, and shockingly, they have a good amount of meat on it too. The sides are outstanding, such as their classic red beans and rice. You can literally eat their food cold and it will still taste amazing. Popeye's slogans say, Louisiana Fast, and it's telling the truth. You can go get your food right away. There's not much to say because they're great in service and food. Now, from me explaining about these 3 restaurants, it's pretty clear on which one I feel is the best. If you said Popeyes, you're correct. The other 2 are okay, but I can never go wrong with Popeye's chicken. What's your favorite out of the 3? KFC, Church's Chicken, or Popeyes? That's all we have time for today. Until next time, keep the tea steaming. And now for some shout-outs, here's Jamari Williams.
What's up, Rockets? I'm Jamari Williams, and this week's shout-outs. First off, the boys basketball tryouts will be on Saturday, October 27th at 10:15 a.m. You have to have your physical and online forms on file with the trainers before you try out. No exceptions. If you have any questions, make sure to see the coaches and our trainers. Also, if you're interested in joining the Astronomy Guild, then text JHS THEG to the number 81010. On Friday, we'll be having our annual food fest in the courtyard during all lunches. We thank you guys for your continuous support, and remember, at Judson High School, we big success, one rocket at a time. Also, on Friday is the homecoming dance. Tickets are $10 at the door. The dance will be held from 7 to 11 p.m. in the Judson High School cafeteria. Back to you guys.
And now here's Cam and Paige with this week's Word on the Street.
What's the word on the street?
What's the grossest thing you've eaten? School lunch.
What's the grossest thing you ever eaten?
Ooh. Taco Bell.
The tacos on Taco Tuesday.
What's the grossest thing you ever eaten?
School's food.
What's the grossest thing you've eaten?
Worms.
You ate worms?
I feel like that's a lie, but...
What's the grossest thing you ever eaten?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Yes, pizza snacks.
What kind of pizza?
Regular pizza. Pizza with pepper.
I'ma say broccoli.
Probably like some seafood, like squid or something, you know?
Roaches. I bet you ain't never had a roach before?
No, I'm human. What's the grossest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, I can't answer that. Here you go. What's the grossest thing you ever eaten?
Chitlins. Chitlins. Okay, yeah, I gotta go with you on that one.
Yeah, so I put had some noodles with some eggs on it, a little bit of bacon.
Probably snack.
What about what you eating right now?
Try it.
Then I have some roly-polies, and that's about it.
It's peanut butter.
It's a little stale.
Yeah.
What's the grossest thing you ever eaten?
Cow tongue.
Ugh.
It will probably have to be a June bug.
You're dirty.
Y'all ain't never ate no June bugs? Y'all know how like they be like in front of your house, you know what I'm saying?
So you ate a roach?
Yeah. Roaches.
What's the grossest thing you ever eaten? Pears.
What's the grossest thing you've ever eaten?
The grossest thing?
Yeah.
A cockroach.
Alive or dead?
No, it was dead.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. I think some roaches.
A cockroach.
A cockroach? Is that what was it good? Did you enjoy it?
It was crunchy.
And that's it. Thank y'all. And shout out to all the people in the back. Y'all can't see them, but they do a lot of hard work. So,
how do you feel about the 2018 Judson Rockets basketball team?
Well, that's about all the time we have today, Rockets. I'm Autumn Johnson.
And I'm Matthew Sandoval.
And this was J Rocket TV. To see more of our other broadcasts and other content, make sure you subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/JRocketTV.
Do we drop it?